Hello and welcome back to another game of Final Fantasy IX with Mr. Goan. I'm Mr. Goan and we're going to be picking up from our last video in the Ice Cavern. So last time we fought the plant brain and escaped the evil forest, made our way south across the world map until we reached the Ice Cavern. Made our way through here a little bit until we met our good Moogle friend here, Moise. We've got a letter from him for Gumo when we meet Gumo. Let's just quickly check over everyone. Okay, so I'm going to use Garnet's cure ability here to cure everyone one stage, just to bring everybody's health up to maximum. And let's just double check Zidane's equipment here, because Zidane is going to be involved in a fight just shortly. I mean, ideally we'd get the silk shirt on him, and I'd quite like to get the leather wrist onto him, just for the extra evade and magic evade, but I'd rather have Fleegale learned first. So even if we can't get that, that should be fine. Everybody else, I believe we left off just fine. So let's get going. Okay, so last time we said if we come into contact with this high volume of mist, it would trigger a fight, but this is obviously story mist. So here we go. Oh no. I love the way they've captured how cold everyone is with the hunched shoulders, and everybody just looks freezing. You're not alright, are you? Now, the biggest danger with hypothermia is it starts to make you feel tired, it makes you just want to fall asleep. So this idea that Garnet just lies down is actually really accurate. I think this is to give you a little moment here to double check Zidane's equipment, but we just did that, so it's okay. Why didn't you fall asleep? You should be dead by now. It's funny that he says that because, like, ultimately the others aren't dead. Okay, so Black Waltz 1, who we're fighting here, summons Celian. Now, if you damage Celian too much, Black Waltz 1 will cure him. So we actually have to take out Black Waltz 1 first. Now, this is one of the reasons why I didn't put the silk shirt on Zidane, is that fire magic actually gets hit extra hard by It hits extra hard if you're wearing silk. So keep an eye on Zidane's health, but we need to steal some items from these guys. Speaking of, I believe Blackbolt 1 has another silk shirt that we're going to try and steal. There we go, and now I'm going to take down Blackbolt 1. I think we might go into a trance. So I'm going to potion Zidane. I'd love to show you Tidal Flame, but if I use Tidal Flame, I run the risk of killing Celian before we can steal from it as well. So we'll use the potion to get the health back, because that's already locked in, and then I'll use free energy on Blackbolt 1. Now, the trance system is probably my least favourite of the limit systems. The various Final Fantasy games have had a whole range of different ways of dealing with what is essentially a limit break. The trance system is based on a sudden release of potion. And there we go, see? Now we can... Tidal Flame would probably have killed them both. But now we need to steal from Celian. Now, Celian has the Mithril Dagger, so I don't actually need the other item that it's got. I think it has a remedy. Let's see, because it uses ice magic and it's not particularly effective against it. But it does have a move in one of its later forms. Oh, an Aether. Okay, well, we're good. Alright, I'm going to use a potion, and then we'll start fighting it. But I'm going to have to keep an eye on Zidane's health here, because if his health drops too low, one of its more powerful moves in its next form is a Tsunami Wave. And I have in my head that that's going to be a more powerful attack. I've had really good steel luck in this. I wonder if they adjusted any of the steel values for the remaster. Okay. Okay, we're into the second mode now. Its crystal has turned yellow. Okay, Blizzara. Alright, let's use a potion. Because I think it starts getting double attacks. I'm really chuffed we got the Mithril Dagger though, that was ace. And I think we might get enough AP from this battle to learn Flee and Detect at the same time. If so, I can equip the Mithril Dagger straight away. Which would be fantastic. The Mithril Dagger teaches a really handy ability called Bandit, which increases your Tsunami. Tsunami did enough there that it could kill us outright. Especially if he's got Blizzard again. Come on. I'm cutting this really close. I have to be honest, this is the lowest level I've ever played. Normally when I'm playing this on my PS Vita, I grind and grind because I love over leveling in these games. I don't know why. I love to have every ability learned on every character. There we go. I'm gonna be honest, the Mage Masher looks ace. Okay. Oh well, we got Protect Girls. Skeleton card. Yeah, so in Final Fantasy VII, they used a limit system, where each character has particular skills They're activated when their limit bar is full, but you can only access it when the limit bar is full, but you can save it by using other things. So if you use magic, or if you use abilities, or any of the materia. In Final Fantasy VIII, you get access to, I can't remember what they're called now, but they're abilities that you only get a chance of using if your health is in the yellow area. They're like special abilities for dire situations, and you can actually like trick the game into giving you more likely by skipping to the next person in combat, and then when it comes back round, you've got a chance of getting it again. But in 9, the trance system's a bit different. Your bar fills up the more you get damaged, but once it's full, it just activates straight away. And your trance bar actually increases slightly with every battle you do. So sometimes it means that you can be you can be training for, or like grinding up for a big boss battle, only to have your trance activate against some nothing enemy at the end of a fight because of a tiny attack that they got through. So Zidane's chosen not to tell them. He hasn't told them anything about Black Waltz 1, and it's because he doesn't want Dagger to be worried. But it means that he's been accused of taking advantage of everyone in their sleep, well, specifically the princess. But Steiner makes a lot of unfounded accusations based on the fact that he really doesn't trust Zidane. Now, I haven't switched to the Mithril Dagger yet, and that's because I haven't got Flee and Detect yet. But they're really close, so once I've got them, we will switch to... Oh, oops, I think I told Vivi to attack there. That was a bit silly. Plans are so silly. It's literally like the dessert. Get him, Vivi. Fire. I'm gonna double check the AP on Zidane. Yeah, only need 3 more. He's got Protect Girls now, so I could give him the Silk Shirt. Nothing else uses fire in here, so that'll be a bonus for us until the next boss. Leather wrist for Garnet. Okay, I think we're good. Steiner will have Beast Killer soon, and then I can give Garnet the Moonstone so that she can learn Shell. I don't know if you recognize them there, but after we beat Black Waltz 1, the camera panned up to the top of the waterfall, and you could see Zorn and Thorn standing at the top watching over. Bad time to pick a cup of tea. Last time we saw Zorn and Thorn, they said that their experiment was combat ready. Now when we used fire against one flan, it did 580 damage or something. But there, because we spread it amongst 3, it did about 250 to each, which was fine because it was enough to kill them. But you can see that by targeting multiple enemies, we significantly reduced the amount of damage, almost half the damage, possibly more than half the damage. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get one more fight in here so that we can switch to the Mithril Dagger upon leaving, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. Detect and Flee. Now because I've got Detect and Flee now, they're mastered. When I remove the Mage Masher for the Mithril Dagger, Detect and Flee are still in my abilities list. Which is ideal, because if you don't have them in your abilities list, and you get a Dine, you have no Dine abilities. Now Bandit's really handy, it increases the rate of steal, so when we're stealing from bosses we get a better chance of stealing. And it's not until the middle of Disc 2 that you get another opportunity to get a Mithril Dagger, so it's a really handy one to steal at this stage. Especially since stealing from bosses is a major component of this game. And here's our first Final Fantasy village. That's one of my favourite lines there. The only other worlds I've visited are in books. Wait, hold it. Princess can't just go rushing in there. People are looking for you. You need a new identity. Silly peasant. That's a dagger. All knives that length are called daggers. Short swords are longer. Big sword you hold with both hands is a broadsword, and okay, I understand now. Dagger. Now let's work on your speech. I shall try. Alrighty. Look at Steiner. I love the emotion that they capture in this game. Just from like little movements and glances around. It's amazing what you can do with body language. Remembering that this was a PlayStation 1 game. I do remember thinking that this was like, and not even the graphics you're seeing here, but like the original PlayStation 1 graphics was some of the best graphics I'd ever seen. Now the reason that we wanted to wait and make sure that we'd equipped the Mithril Dagger in the Ice Cave was that in this area there's the chance of getting a friendly monster encounter. And that's what I want to do. The friendly monster encounters have a really friendly plinky plonky music, and they ask you to give them an item. If you give them the item, then they say thank you and they fly away, and you get AP. No experience, but you do get AP, normally quite a lot. If at any point you attack a friendly creature, then none of the other friendly creatures will activate through the game. Which might sound fine, but it all leads towards something with a secret boss much later in the game. Excuse me. I was on autopilot there, I don't know why I just fired. Kind of wasting MP. Nice. Now the mithril dagger is beautiful. Lovely blue color. Now I always thought that the biggest shame in this game is that the weapons change. As you can see, like when Zidane gets a new weapon, you can see it. When Steiner has a new sword, you can see it. But the armor and the equipment doesn't. Like the characters are always just wearing their clothes, regardless what armor you put on them. Which I always thought was a shame, because later on you get things for Steiner like the Genji armor or the gold armor, and I always thought it would be really cool if you could actually see the armor change on them. Like Vivi gets things like the mage's robe and the silk shirt and the robe of lords at a later point and stuff. And I just think it'd be cool to get to see stuff like that on the characters. Especially since the robe of lords can be equipped by quite a few different characters. Oh, let's double check Steiner's abilities because he's just learned something there, so we can check his equipment. Make sure that we maximize his AP. If we get Beast Killer, we won't go any other close. Alright, since I'm getting Beast Killer from the broadsword now, I am going to switch. I'm going to take off the Moonstone and I'm going to give it to Garnet because she can learn Shell from it. And we are going to explore. We're going to go through this way. But yeah, the friendly monsters in this ask for an item, and in this early stage of the game, what they ask for is ore, which is that item we got a few battles back in the last video. Ore is a really weird item actually, because at this point in the game, you can only use it in battle, and it's a restorative item. It cures you, but the formula that it cures you by is based on how many ore you have in your inventory, which is fine, but it's quite a low amount that it actually heals you. So it's a practically useless item, because unless you've got almost 100 of them, you're actually just better off using a potion. But later in the game, you can equip it the same way that we equipped the Moonstone, but only on certain characters. Just keep everybody healthy. Now, this gate should be locked, but we'll go and check it out anyway. Yeah. This gate would lead to the city of Treno, but we don't have a gate pass. And the girl that we spoke to last time that we bought potions off will actually come up here and sell potions as well. But other than waiting around for her, there's nothing really here for us. But since we've been there now, it does add it to our map. So if we take a little look at the map here, and you can see that we've now added Southgate to our map. So here's the Evil Forest, there's Alexandria. We went all the way over to the North Gate to see that where the flag was flying. Here's the entrance to the Ice Cavern and the exit to the Ice Cavern, and there's the South Gate that we just left. You can kind of make it out here, but it's a teeny tiny dagger to represent Zidane on the map here. I'll bring my mini-map back up, and we'll make our way over this way. Now you can see the two structures there. To the left is a few buildings, and to the right is like a tower. So we're actually going to go to the... yeah, we'll go to the right first. We'll speak to Morris. But I am going to get work our way around and get fights so that we can find the friendly animal. But the difference in damage with Steiner using a broadsword instead of the iron sword is crazy. Steiner's gone from one hit KO in these monsters to eating 2 or 3 hits. Like I said, we'll make our way over this way toward the, where are we? Okay, there's Ice Cavern. Let's carry on around. I'm gonna go this way. And we'll go to this, lighthouse style structure. Blizzard does much to the pythons. Ideally, I want to get the Iron Sword back on the Steiner again before we move into the city, into the village even. Just because we're going to lose him from the team for a little bit for the story. And when we get him back, I can't remember if I'll have time to re-equip him. I'm fairly certain we will, but just in case. Always better to be prepared. Well, major slowdown here. I wonder what it is about this game that means it needs such a high, such a high video processing memory. Look. Coffee smells delicious. Yeah, okay, there we go. Didn't this model go on sale to commemorate the building of the 5th theatre ship? I bought it in an auction in Treno. I have money to spend these days. What I really wanted was some rare coffee. If you remember, Chinna had one. When we were explaining the plan right at the beginning, he used it to demonstrate the airship docking. Yeah, I'll give it to you if you give me rare coffee. Berman, Kerman, and Mocha. Mocha. Mocha? Mocha? Oh, let's play a game of cards. I'll tell you now, I'm very good at it. Look at all these goblin cards we've got from Bells. There's a good skeleton card. There's our Flan, who's gone up a level. Wish our character had better arrows. Take Bomb because he's got a down arrow. Hate going first. That was unexpected. Sanguine man there. Come on. Because look at those stats. 1P10. Yeah. Sure, if you keep playing him, you'll get some rarer cards that you could bring out, but for just now, I'd rather try and find this friendly monster before we move into the village. But, having spoken to Morris, we can now be on the lookout for the 3 rare coffees. Which probably sounds silly, but it's a Final Fantasy game, what do you expect? I'm going to double check the AP on Steiner's Beastmaster. Beast Killer even. 42 out of 55, so we need another, what's that, 13? Could half that? No. Okay, let's see. We'll do a few more battles, and then if we're still not finding the friendly animal, then we'll just move on. I can always come back later and get it later in the game. Some of the demented horrors they come up with for just like regular enemies, and this is crazy. A giant purple spider with a face that opens up, like the Demogorgon in Stranger Things or something. Excuse me. That was a Zangonal card. Wee little down arrows tell us that Steiner's been slowed. So if you watch his ATB filling up, it's much slower. Do, 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 do. Come on, I just want to get the friendly monster. What's in here? Pythons. See, Steiner being a higher level and being a knight should not be in a position where Zidane is doing so much more damage than him. I want to get that sword off him and get him back to the iron sword as fast as possible. Hence why I'm looking for the friendly monster for the AP. Massive AP boost. So we'll see what happens first. Either Steiner will get Beast Killer, or we'll get the friendly monster and then Steiner will get Beast Killer. Either way, when Steiner learns Beast Killer, we'll just go into the village. I've been reading a series of books called the Duchy of Terror. Terra, bit like as in the other name for Earth. There's like 9 books in the series, and I'd never heard of them before. They just popped up on my Goodreads profile as a, hey, you like the Lost Fleet, you'll probably like these. I gotta say, it was right. But I'm reading the second book at the moment. When I finish it, that will be my 52nd book of this year. Ooh. Which will complete my my challenge for 52 books this year. So I'm actually quite excited because I'm about 6 months ahead of schedule thanks to the lockdown. My plan was 1 book a week, and instead I've read 2 or 3 a week. Sometimes only 2 or 3 days to read one, which has been pretty awesome. Although one of the Alien books, because I read the novelization of the 4 main Alien films, and one of those books I read in 1 day. It was fun. It wasn't a good book, to be honest, but I enjoyed it. It's just it definitely wouldn't be literature. But like I say, one of the big differences I always find between books and films is how much more you can get done in a book than you can in a film. You know, because you've got the time and all these things. But then reading the novelizations of the Alien movies really, I mean, you can turn a movie back into like a novel length story, but you can still feel that it's a story that only takes a few hours to tell. I have to say, I want to say it's Alan Dean Foster that wrote the novelizations for the first 3. And they're well written. Like, I think he must have been involved with the movie in some capacity, or like, I know he had access to the script. And there's definitely the scenes that are in the books that I've only seen in deleted scenes or director's cuts versions of the Alien films. But they're worth a read, especially like if you enjoy the movies. And there's some ore for our friendly monster, assuming it ever comes out of hiding. Like I said, if Steiner learns Beast Killer before we get the friendly monster, we'll just go straight into the village. There's a point later on in the game where we can come back here, so... Oh, critical, 16. Come on, Steiner. I'm going to use Cure with Dagger. Just keep everybody healthy. Just while we're here, double check Steiner. 5 more AP. So 4 or 5 more fights and that'll be us. Come on. Now, this is where sword magic comes in handy, because you can see Vivi's not got enough MP to use any of his magic abilities. So when we use sword magic, it actually uses Steiner's MP, but does the same spell. And since Steiner's not doing enough damage just now, excuse me, Steiner's not doing enough damage to kill anything just now, so being able to use sword magic sometimes is quite a handy wee little boost. Okay, 3 more AP. I might get to shoot you Tidal Flame anyway. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, 2 more AP. One good hit so they don't go into a trance, so I kind of hope that I get to actually use it. Because one of the most annoying things when you get a trance in this game is it always seems to happen just after you queued up a move that would kill the last enemy. So you end up like totally wasting the trance. He's got Blizzard. Now, the more gil I have going in here, the better. Because there's several items in here that we can buy that would be a boost. But this is our last fight, so I'm gonna wait and see if Zidane gets hit. There we go. Dine. Tidal Flame. You've seen free energy, we use that against Blackwall Swan. Here's Tidal Flame. Here's Tidal Flame. Awesome. Okay, now we can swap Steiner's sword over to the Iron Sword and head on in. Let's see, his attack goes back up to 16. And let's head on in. Actually, what? Let's call a Moogle. Remember, we got the Moogle flute. Here's Moguo. So we'll save here. We will save when we get into this village in a minute as well, but this way, if anything drastic happens, at least we've got a save. It's just outside, in an area called the... What did it say this area was called? The Norwich Heights. Let's go in. Gee whiz, a windmill! Did you see that? I sure did. The village of Dali. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, I know she's cute, but it's rude to stare. I wasn't looking at the young lady, The room is right over there. Make yourself so. Where will I be staying? Reminds me of the youth hostels in Australia. I stayed in one where they had 12 sets of bunk beds in one big huge room. You meet the strangest people when you're in what's essentially a barracks. We would have reached the neighbouring regency of Lindblom. Border crossing. Tired VV. Traditional rest music. I'll watch the AT in just a second. Okay. Let's watch Dagger tries. Shame, she's so worried. Kiddo. I know a glob. Oh, globes. How to save a million gil, earn money the easy way, making crazy money volume 2. Sounds like someone's got a particular taste in books. Let's see our fortune. Today will be filled with deja vu. You will see familiar sights and eat foods that you tasted long ago. You may find a long lost friend. Take a moment to recall good memories. Your lucky color today is yellow. Vivi confused. Snot nose Gudo. Shame. Okay, I think that's probably a pretty good place to call it. We'll just double check this room, make sure we've got everything. And then we'll check the Mugnet, because this is Gumo. We've got a letter from Morris. I don't like Morris, but I'll read it anyway. I got iced up by some dude with wings on his back. Well, that'll be Black Waltz. Stilts can pass me by without doing anything. Is he rude or what? Of course I wouldn't say that, because I was trapped in ice. Let's see. Just double check. Nope, Kumo's not got me. Alright, so I'm gonna save here. And you'll see that our party is just Zidane, so if you want to check any of like the equipment at this stage, then you can only do Zidane's. But we'll pick up next time. Now there might be a couple of days break because I'm going to Edinburgh for the weekend, so I won't have time to record another video before I go. But we'll see. But yeah, so thank you all for watching, and have a good one, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.